Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Zainab. Welcome back to my daily-ish reading of Nahjul Balagha. So today I want to read for you sermon number 90 from Nahjul Balagha, inshallah. But first I want to read you a little bit of backstory about what was going on during this particular time that Imam Ali alayhi salam delivered this sermon, just so you have a little bit of understanding as to why he delivered this sermon and what was going on, inshallah. Okay, this is what happened. As most of you know, Imam Ali alayhi salam was the fourth Caliph of Islam, even though he was our first Imam, of course, and successor of the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family. The third Caliph was called Uthman. His name was Uthman, and he was assassinated by some rebels who rose up in Egypt, I believe, who wanted him out and they wanted Ali in. So they were kind of supporters of Ali, even though they were rebels, and they organized the assassination of Uthman. Because they supported the caliphate of Imam Ali alayhi salam, a lot of people ended up, because of that, accusing Imam Ali of being involved in Uthman's assassination, which he wasn't. He had nothing to do with it, but it was just convenient for them to say that he did, only because the ones who did it were supporters of Ali and wanted him in and Uthman out. Okay, so with the murder of Uthman, the seat of the caliphate became vacant, and Muslims began to look up to Imam Ali ibn Abu Talib alayhi salam, whose peaceful conduct, adherence to principles, and political acumen had been witnessed by them to a great extent during the long past period. Consequently, they rushed to swear the oath of allegiance, testifying to the righteousness in much the same way a traveler who had lost his way, then finding it again, rushes towards his destination. A historian records the following. People crowded around Imam Ali alayhi salam and said, "We want to swear the oath of allegiance to you. You can see what troubles have befallen Islam and how we are being tried with regard to the near in-kin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam." But Imam Ali alayhi salam declined to accede to their request, whereupon these people raised their cries and began to shout loudly, "O Abul Hasan." Side note, Abul Hasan is another name for Imam Ali alayhi salam. It literally just means father of Hassan, for those who didn't know. Non-Arabic speakers, etc. might not have known that, so I just wanted to clarify that. They said, "Do you not witness how Islam has been ruined, or see the advancing flood of unruliness and mischief? Do you have no fear of Allah?" Even Imam Ali alayhi salam demonstrated no readiness to consent, because he noticed how the effects of the atmosphere that had come into being following the demise of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, overcoming the people's hearts and minds. Selfishness and lust for power had set their roots in them. Their thinking had become affected by materialism, and they had become habituated to treating government as the means for securing their own ends. Now they like to attain the divine caliphate too, and play with it. In these circumstances, it will be impossible to change the mentalities or turn their direction of temperaments. In addition to these considerations, he had also seen the end in sight, that these people should have further time to think on it, so that on the frustration of their material ends, they should hereafter not say that the allegiance had been sworn by them under a temporary expediency and timely thought, that national or rational thoughts had not been paid to it, just as Omar's idea was about the first caliphate, which appears from his statement, "Abu Bakr's caliphate came into being without due thought, but Allah saved us from mischief. If anyone repeats such an affair, you should kill him." That's what Omar said when Abu Bakr, who was the first caliph, came into power after the Prophet died, peace be upon him and his family. And you can see this statement made by Omar in section 22 of Sahih al-Bukhari on page 210 and 11, volume 8. Oh, there's like a bunch. That's just one. There's like a bunch more sources where you can find that statement made by Omar. Okay. In short, when their insistence increased beyond limits, Imam Ali alayhi salam delivered this sermon, which I'm about to read to you, wherein he clarified that If you want me for your worldly ends, for this dunya, not hereafter, then I am not ready to serve as your instrument. Leave me alone and select someone else who may fulfill your desires. You have seen from my days that I am not prepared to follow anything except the Holy Quran and the Sunnah, and will not give up this principle for securing power. If you select someone else, I would observe to the laws of the state as a peaceful citizen should do. I have not at any stage tried to disrupt the unity of the Muslims by inciting rebellion. The same will happen now. Rather, just as keeping the common good in view, I have hitherto been given correct advice that I will not harbor grudge doing the same. If you put me in the same position, it will be better for your worldly ends, because in that case I will not have power in my hands so that I could stand in the way of your worldly affairs and create impediments against your heart's desires. However, if you are determined to swear the oath of allegiance to me, then bear in mind that if you fret or speak against me, I will force you to tread on the path of right, and in the matter of what is right, I will not care for anyone. As in, justice is more important than anyone's feelings. Buttercup. If you want to swear the oath of allegiance even to this, you can satisfy your wish somewhere else. The impression Imam Ali alayhi salam had formed about those people is fully corroborated by later events. Consequently, when those who had sworn allegiance while hiding their worldly motives did not succeed in their objectives, they broke away and rose against his government with baseless allegations. Okay, now I'm going to read you the actual sermon, which is just a paragraph long. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Leave me alone and seek someone else. We are facing a matter which has several faces and colors, which neither hearts can stand nor intelligence can accept. Clouds are hovering over in the sky, and faces are not discernible. You should know that if I respond to you, I will lead you as I know, and I will not care about whatever one may say or abuse. If you leave me alone, I am the same as you are. It is possible I will listen to and obey whomsoever you place in charge of your affairs. I am better for you as a counselor than as a chief. MashaAllah. Okay, thank you. And stay tuned for my next video. Until then, stay blessed.